I've been talking about this 98.80 pivot for a while. It looked okay once we were above it. And I talked about on Maggie's show, if we take it out, that changes the picture. That's what happened Tuesday. And then the last few days, we fought our way back to the pivot and it's rejecting it. So this makes 97 more likely. Could see it on the daily, this blue line. So I think there's a higher probability now, as long as we stay under that level, for us to wash one more time. 78.6 back of this rally is 97.11, and that's where this blue line will be coming in. Some people talking 680. So, if you want to play the short side of the dollar for a buck and a half, that's there. Tight stops above 98.80. Okay, so I want to go to the yen now because I do believe we're going to hit this wedge line. It's going to be interesting to see if we have divergence because it's coming in, 59.90, 160.20, so it's another 140 to 60 pips. I'd like to see the RSI stay under 70. And one of the major reasons that I'm long is because of, besides the formation, is this confirmed high that we had back here in mid-January. So this is also going to be very important. I don't expect this reading to be taken out. Um, I'd be a little bit surprised if it stays under 70, but that would be a great market tell. I'm planning on reversing up there. So, just like I reversed shorts last week, and I'll be looking to reverse longs up here. That's the way that looks to me. That pretty much covers currencies. We have had a shift in tone with the gold silver ratio. I think bottoming. Maybe they could eke out one more low here, but we did have pretty glaring divergence. We took out these lows by a little bit. And that was what was behind the sell-off that we had in silver. When I left you on Tuesday, it was actually this high, right, the 20th. And, we said we had a buck. That the trade worked. Yeah, and it looks like it wants to blow one more time. And if the dollar, if the diagnosis on the dollar is correct, that would be a great opportunity for it to take out 96, maybe go 98. I don't think they'll get that magic number, but to me, it'll be another shorting opportunity. Um, Gold, gold as well. I mean, it's been stronger. So I still believe it's not happening today. Silver's outperforming, but I do believe there's a shift developing here where leadership will change from silver leading the way to gold being the leader, which means on most days when metals are up, gold will be stronger than silver. And on days when the metals are weak, gold will hold up better than silver. Um, I want to just cover oil, and I think I'll wrap it here. Although we are starting to get a little bit of a pullback in risk. But oil is, I see a pretty nice trade setting up here. Here's your 4 hour. And to me, it looks like we could get this little ABC or 1, 2, 3 back down towards 57 in the days ahead. And to me, that's almost comes in at 56 and a half or so. Depends where I draw the line. But this line, I think, is going to be the place to back up the truck. And then all you have to do is risk the lows. Um, the lows are down here, down around 54. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm hoping that it pulls back nat gas, which was a monster rally, historic. And I think the most I'd be looking for maybe the freeze that we're having on the East Coast lets up, and a 50% correction would take it back to 420. One other thing I want to talk about, despite the market strength, and I'm still negative Bitcoin. There might be a little three drive coming here, but I still think we're going to take out that 80K low. But I think what's troubling about the market, financials are a very important part of this. And when I look at B of A, which is the poster child for long duration, I see a gap here, and then a gap here, and then a gap here. And with this huge recovery, B of A isn't doing much. Okay, so I would, to me, it smells like there's a problem, and we probably don't know about it yet. But this action's pretty lousy. Citicorp, not much better. So the financials, for a reason I'm not sure I could point to, maybe it has to do with their duration book. Maybe it's bad loans, and that could start to develop into a story. But I would avoid financials. I wouldn't be long, and I'd be selling rips in the banks. Um, this has been one of the stars, Micron. That's a pretty ugly day. It's not ideal. We really became overbought, and I still think that China is not looking as good as the US and still could have some problems. And I think that's what I'm going to wrap it with. So dollar down to 97 yen, which doesn't make sense. Can the yen still get to 160 with the dollar selling off? We'll see. And metals may have one more hurrah with the weak dollar. But I still believe there's shorting opportunities. And now I think this is the reason. We'll see if it tries to pull back and makes new lows. Also, the 10-year, as long as we hold this 420, you have to give the upside the benefit of the doubt. I know some guys that were looking for 431, but actually this formation measured 25, which would give you 445. So let's see how that holds up. Still a gap in TLT it's trying to fill, but compared to how indexes filled the gap, this is still pretty weak action in treasuries. Most likely a rally to sell, get out of TLT if it closes back above 88. So I'll see everyone in the room. Things are happening. There's a lot of people beginning to post their ideas in here. So become part of the community. What good is anything until it's shared with another? Anything. So I'll see you guys in the room. Have a great day trading, and don't just count your pips, count your blessings. It's free.